Okay, good afternoon. I'm Susan May, and I'm here today to share with you another W of non-speakers homeschool support. So today we're going to talk about what. What is non-speakers homeschool support, which I also call NHS. You can see that right here, NHS. Okay, what is NHS? At its core, it is an online community, but that really just doesn't describe it in its entirety. There's just so much more to NHS than just calling it an online community. It's a place where we gather monthly for Zoom calls to get together, right? But most importantly, it's a place where letterboard communication or keyboard communication is supported. It's a place where presuming competence is the norm. It's not just for homeschoolers. I know that this says non-speakers homeschool support. That is the name. But I have been emphasizing that sorry, I'm like, if you're on this letterboard journey, if you're on this education journey where you want more for your child, no matter where they attend school, and you know that presuming competence is critical to that, then NHS is for you, okay? In NHS, we learn to show up consistently. And how do we do that? We do that by adding daily and weekly habits to our families' lives that work. And what do I mean by work? It means that it makes our lives better. It makes our students' lives better, our children. And the way that we do that is meeting them where they are, okay? And then we subtract what doesn't work. That is, and it's different. It's different for every family. So we're constantly talking about what does that look like in our lives. NHS is led by myself and April Boden. So that's another who that you didn't get introduced to yesterday. April Boden is mother to three. She is a longtime homeschooler like myself. She is the mother to Aiden, who is in the Spellers documentary. And she's also a spelling to communicate licensed practitioner. So between the two of us, we have loads of experience. And I would call us experts in some areas. Like I consider myself pretty much an expert in certain parenting philosophies and homeschool philosophies. And that's why I love sharing. But when I say that we're experts, it doesn't mean we have all the answers, that we know everything, and that no one else's input is valuable. Because honestly, our members bring so much to our community. So what else is NHS? It's created, on that note, it's created for the members. That's what we created it for, with them in mind. And it continues to evolve with input from our members. So for example, so spell and dance get-togethers that I've talked about before, where we get together with our children, with our students or adults that are spelling, and we have lessons and we play music. Those were created and added to our community because a member suggested it. Also, our monthly calls, the topics, we often receive input from our members. I just want to read a couple member quotes to kind of nail this home. As far as homeschooling, one of our members said, "This is the first time that we've had a rhythm or flow that is working for us." That is our member, Sarah. Her son, Hunter, is 11 years old. And she said that shortly after we started our community in 2024, and she had been homeschooling for several years, I think since 2019, maybe. I could be off on that. But she had been homeschooling for a while. And after joining our community, she felt so strongly that that we helped give her this guidance and this structure in her homeschool. Another family that some of you might know, Dylan's Spelling Journey, I think is the name of the Facebook page. Allison said, "We're taking the plunge into homeschooling. I'm so glad I joined your group and so grateful for you and the others who share your experiences. Definitely helped with our decision." Now that shows you Allison and Dylan, they were not homeschooling when they started out in our community. You do not need to be homeschooling because everything we share is helping families understand how to support their child, no matter where they're getting their education. Dylan is 18 years old now. And finally, I really wanted to share this quote. Christine, mother to Bella, age 9, she got emotional sharing with me what non-speakers homeschool sports means to her. And she kind of apologized. I'm like, "You never have to apologize. I'm such a crier." But she said, "The emotions came from finally having a place where other people understand and have so much in common. I didn't realize how much I truly needed that." Okay, so that is kind of the essence of NHS. It's what. We're going to come back tomorrow with why. I'm going to share my why for NHS. And then we're going to talk about where and when, which might seem a little bit weird with an online community, but I have some ideas I'm going to throw at you. So, what is NHS? It is the place where families gather and never give up. We hope you join us. Bye.